Hey, good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday night. Yes, it is Tuesday around here. I hope you guys had a great day, another day home and working from home and living our new normals. It is later than I had wanted to be, but I actually had a great evening. I was on a Zoom call for all my clients, or for a whole bunch of clients. There were close to 100 of us on that call tonight, creating community and coming together to just support one another during this really tough time. And then right after I got off of that call, I actually got onto a call with a whole bunch of my sorority sisters, who many of whom I have not seen in many, many, many years since I graduated from college. And some even longer than that, because they graduated before me. So it was really kind of crazy and really a lot of fun to catch up. And it was sort of like old times that never, all these years in between, and we just reconnected all really well. And it was fun. It was a great evening. And I wanted to come to you guys tonight to talk to you about that exact concept, creating your own fun. So this morning, I've been saying this all along. If you guys are following what I'm doing with my kids, I'm really, really trying hard to make this whole craziness and this whole icky time fun. And let me tell you, it is not all sunshine and roses in our house. So if that's what you're thinking when you see our pictures, I can promise you it is not all sunshine and roses. The kids are fighting. They're arguing with us. They're not always getting along. They're not always well behaved. But the truth is, I'm able to look past so much of that. And my whole attitude and my whole demeanor on this is so different than it would have been in previous years, previous months, previous whatever. I'm in my head is in a really, really, really good spot. And, it's as tough as this is. I know that I've really told myself and taught myself that that's where it's got to be. It's got to be in a good spot. I've got to keep my head there for us to all get through this. We are in this for the long haul. We know that this is going to be, several months, at least. They're getting ready to announce here in Michigan that schools are going to be closed for the rest of the year. But regardless of what the schools do, my kids aren't going back. They've already been told by my daughter's doctors that they're not going back this year. It's too much of a risk. It's not safe for them to go back. So we already know that they're going to be home. And my kids are having a tough time with that. I'm going to be completely honest. My kids really miss school. If you watched our unbirthday celebration tonight when they were making their wishes, and Emma's wish was to go back to school, they want it. They miss it. They crave it. And it's definitely a struggle. And it's, this is a struggle for a lot of us. It's not necessarily we want to go back to school, but it's we want to go back to work. We want to go back to life as it was before. But the truth of the matter is, life isn't going back to what it was before. Life is never going to go back to what it was before. We're creating a new normal, and hopefully it's going to be a better normal than it was. That hopefully we are all becoming our better selves than we were when this started. That's the goal. That is where we're going with this. And this morning, my daughter was having a difficult time. She didn't want to we were getting ready to go for our morning walk. And yes, we always post the smiling pictures of us going for a walk. But some mornings it takes some prodding to get them out the door because they don't want to. It's still chilly outside. It's this, it's that, it's whatever the reason is. And she didn't want to come with us. She didn't want to go. And she was hemming and hawing and, just being typical and a typical kid. And so we were all outside and we're like, fine, you can stay home. She's almost 13. She can stay home for a half an hour while we go take a walk around the neighborhood. And so, but I really didn't want her to stay home. I wanted her to join us because I know once we all get out there and we get doing and we get going on it, everybody starts having fun. And, that's first of all, one big lesson that I have learned in my life is that the things that I don't want to do when I grumble and groan about doing them are usually the things I really need to do. And I really am glad I do them when I'm done. But we were going to let her stay. We were going to let her stay home because I wasn't going to argue with her. I mean, I'm not going to pick a fight over coming for a walk with us. But we were all outside, and I walked back in the house. And I said to her, please come with us. I was very calm. I wasn't upset. She was, a little riled up. I said, please come with us. I said, I'd really like for you to join us. And I said, we've got a lot of fun things planned for today for our unbirthday celebration. I said, and I'd really like for you to be part of all the activities and participate in all of them. And I could see that the wheels were starting to turn. And I said, look, we have a couple of options here. I said, I get it. This is stinky. You miss school. You miss your friends. Everything that's going on is really stinky. I said, I totally get it. I said, I feel the same way. I said, but we have two choices here. We have one option is to sit here and moan and groan and feel icky and just let the stinky surround us and just sit here for the next however many months, however long this goes on, and let it be stinky. I said, or we can choose to go have fun. We can choose to go make our fun. And I said to her, I'm choosing fun. And she kind of looked at me and I said, what do you want to choose? Do you want to choose to sit here and pout? Because if you do, be my guest. Sit here and pout. I said, or do you want to choose fun? I said, because there's a lot of fun stuff lined up for today. And she thought about it for a second and she sort of, being almost 13, wanted to dig in her heels. And so, I started actually just acting like a somewhat, silly lunatic. And I said, I choose fun. And I started jumping up and down. And I kept saying, I choose fun. And she started laughing when she saw me doing this because I'm sure I looked ridiculous. And, and so I grabbed her and she said, I guess I'll come, but I can't get up on my own. And she's laying on the couch. So I pull her up and I grab her arms and I said, okay, jump with me and say, I choose fun. And so we got, at first she was like not really jumping and, but we got it going. And we got this moving and we got it fun and we got that switch I got that switch to sort of flip. And we walked outside, everybody else was waiting. And so I said, okay, let's show them what we choose. And so we went through this whole thing. And then of course, everybody wanted to join in, jumping up and down, yelling, I choose fun. And it really was really, really powerful. It was a powerful statement for me to say out loud. It was a powerful statement for her to say. It was a powerful statement for all three of my kids to say, for my husband to say, because that's where we are right now. We are in a place where we can choose. We can choose what we're going to do. We can choose, do we want to sit around and be grumpy and commiserate that we are, mostly stuck in our homes? Yes, thankfully we can still go out and take walks around the neighborhood, but everything's closed. We can't see our friends, or if we see our friends, it's from a distance and we're, waving from the sidewalks. We can be grumpy about that. We can be grumpy about the only way, that they get to see their friends is through Zoom or through Google Hangouts or whatever they're using. And thankfully, we have those things. A few years ago, we wouldn't have had that technology to be able to do this. But we can choose to make it fun. And that's how we're all going to get through this. That's how we're all going to get through these next weeks, months, however long this is. I'm not saying that it's all going to be sunshine and roses, because it for sure is not sunshine and roses all the time. But we can choose. When we see that we're going into a place of negativity, when we're going into a place of just letting the ick take over, let it take over for a minute. Feel it. Allow yourself to feel those feelings. Allow yourself to process them. What do you feel icky about? What don't you like? What are you unhappy about? And then choose fun. Figure out in it, how can I make this fun? What can I do? All the things that you guys see, I've had so many people who have private messaged me saying, oh my gosh, you guys are doing such cool things. And you know why we're doing the cool things? Is because I choose fun. I don't want to sit around here grumbling. I don't want to sit around here having my kids grumbling for the next few months. This is an important time. And I want, when we, I keep asking people the same question, and I ask myself the same question. When we get done with this, whether this is June, whether it's July, whether it's September, October, whatever it is that we are done with this, when you look back at the pandemic of 2020, what do you want to be able to say? Do you want to say, I sat on my couch and watched Netflix all day and I grumbled and groaned because it was totally miserable? Or do you want to say, I made the best of it and we went out and did some really cool stuff within the confines of what we can do with social distancing? That's what I want to say. I want to look back and say, we made some rockin' awesome memories. We did some really fun stuff. Yesterday was Disney Day. Today was our unbirthday day. Tomorrow is backwards day. We have different things, this is this week we're making the spirit week. I don't know what's going to, next week is Passover. So that's going to revolve, that's going to be a whole different ballgame. But what are we doing with this? Where do we want to be? Where do we want to be in all areas of our lives? Physically, are you someone who is turning to the kitchen constantly and, eating your way through this? And trust me, I've talked to a lot of people that are, and that's, is that where you want to be? Is it, what is that you want? Sit down and really think about it and then figure out how you can create that life, because we are being given an amazing, amazing opportunity. I feel so blessed. I said it to my kids today and I keep saying it to them over and over and over again. We are so blessed. We were making brownies in the middle of the afternoon today, and I rarely bake like that because I don't want the stuff in the house because it's really tempting to me. But it was part of our own birthday celebration, and my daughter, who was struggling with this, and I looked at her and I said, when was the last time in the middle of the day on a Tuesday that we stopped and baked brownies? And she said, I don't think we've ever done that. I said, exactly. I said, if you were at school, we wouldn't be baking brownies. We wouldn't be making unbirthday parties. We wouldn't be doing any of these things. Let's enjoy it. Let's take this time and enjoy it. Let's look at the ick and say, okay, it's icky, but we have no control over it. We can't control that this pandemic is going on. We can't control that we're out of school for the rest of the year. We can't control that any of this is going on, but we can control how much fun we have. And so that's what I do. I choose fun, and I hope you guys will join me in choosing fun. I choose to enjoy this time. Choose to make the time to create memories with my kids. I choose to use this time to strengthen my healthy community. That's why I'm doing the walking Zoom groups every day, which are growing and growing. It's so fun because I get different people every day. Whoever can take a break at that time, 2:00 every day, we've been out taking a walk. It's just so fun. And that's what I choose. I choose fun. And I hope you will too. And, if you're looking for some fun ideas, feel free, follow me along, ask me what we're doing. And if you have fun ideas that I haven't thought of, I am looking for all kinds of stuff because we got a long time to do this. So if you got fun ideas, please share them with me because that's what this is all about. We're going to choose fun and we are all going to come out of the other side of this better people, our best versions of ourselves. Have a great night. I am getting ready to go to bed. It is almost midnight and I got to be up early tomorrow to do another day of fun in this house. Fun and work and all mixing it and mingling it. And for those of you who are trying to adapt to working from home and parenting and homeschooling and having a spouse at home, I get it. I'm doing the same thing and it's doable. It's hard. It's definitely hard work. It was definitely easier to work from home when I didn't have anybody else around. But again, I choose fun. I choose to make this fun. I choose to come out on the other side of this in a better place than when I went into it. So have a great night. I will see you guys back here tomorrow and choose fun. See you later. Bye.